Well, today, perhaps not a bad day to be stuck in traffic for a little while. You can see some cars lining up there, see some green lights, then we'll get more activity at the ABC 27 Bureau in Carlisle. It looks fantastic, but just how warm are we in some of the spots? Well, here's a live look at Millersville University where we have field hockey practice, 55 degrees, and we're melting a lot of that snow. Last week at this time, they still had snow on really this side of the field. That has since disappeared, so we get to have a little bit of practice. You're thinking, 55 is not bad, but we can do better. Check this out. We do have some places indeed in the 60s. This is fantastic. Gettysburg at 63, Orangeville 63, 62 at McSherrystown, at Clearview Elementary School in Hanover at 61. And yet sunset is not until what, after 7 o'clock now. So we have a nice evening to enjoy. Floor probably starting the car as we speak, getting ready to get out of here. Mifflintown, Hummelstown, Kissel Hill, and Williamstown. Even Williamstown near 60 degrees. This is great. Enjoy it because it seems like during the month of March, for every step closer to spring, we end up falling about 2 to 3 steps back. That's going to be happening later on this week. By Thursday, we're talking about wind chills. Get out and enjoy 59. That's what we have right now in Harrisburg. Winds are calm, humidity at 36%. This is about as nice as it can be here for early March, especially with the winter that we have had. Satellite and radar is showing that we do have a lot of clear skies right now, so we get to enjoy a nice quiet evening. Now tomorrow, I think we're going to see about a carbon copy. Temperatures will be in the 50s. We'll start off with some clouds, but we'll try to get some of that sunshine building in. A lot of 60s in the south, including Baltimore, Virginia Beach at 67, 65 in Lexington. So you don't really see any sign of that Arctic air that we've had what really felt like the last 2 to 3 months. So we're finally getting a little bit of a break, We're going to be back to some of that cold, though, as I mentioned later on this week. And notice that the flow is out of the northwest. You're thinking, wait a minute, how are we getting temperatures in the 60s with a northwest flow? Got to see the big picture in this one. It's this rigidified pressure to the south just kind of snaking around a little bit. So even though we have a little bit of a northwest flow, still the majority, the large scale flow is out of the south. And that's why we're getting some of that warmth. Let me step on to the other side. And you can, if you do have a good set here, you can see that area of low pressure. That off the Pacific Northwest is going to be Wednesday's rainmaker. I want to emphasize rain because we're not really going to see much snow, if anything, out of it. I'll explain here coming up. Here's tomorrow morning. As I mentioned, we'll start to see some scattered clouds like we did this morning. We'll try to clear it out a little bit with some sunshine, maybe a little tougher to do tomorrow, but I still think we'll be at least into the 50s. A nice day. And then we're really in the warm sector here for this front, and you can see noontime Wednesday we're going to be dealing with periods of rain. Best chances for good accumulating snow more than likely going to be across much of upstate New York. Taking you into Wednesday night, we're going to get some cold air that wraps around. So Wednesday night, if we see any snow from this, that's when it would be. I really expect it to be very brief, not really giving us too much, if anything here, just some wet snowflakes. Temperatures are actually going to be in the 50s on Wednesday. What's most impressive, other than the warmth that we have right now, are the wind speeds that we're going to have for Thursday. So get ready for a very windy Thursday on tap here. So 36 tonight, partly cloudy, not as cold. Yes, we're actually going to be above freezing for a change overnight. 56 for a high tomorrow. If we can get more sunshine, we might as well just bump that closer to 60. That is possible if we can get more sunshine. Moving into Wednesday, as I mentioned, rain ending is wet snow. We're 50 degrees, so we're not really talking much of an impact here for snowfall. Thursday, I think that's impressive. 32 for a high, winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. Heading into the weekend, at least we're close to seasonal. We're still going to be a little bit cooler than average, but at least we're close to seasonal. So overall, at least we're heading in the right direction.